So after getting 500,000 views on my iPhone 14 home screen video, I figured I'd make a follow-up for the Android side of things. And this home screen, at least in my opinion, is way more fun. It's cool that you can play around with widgets on iOS now, but customization is still in baby mode on the iPhone. We can do a lot more cool stuff with Android. So this is what I've come up with for my Pixel 7 Pro. It's a 2-page setup with a minimalist home screen and a custom app drawer on the second page that features a working music player built right into it. The first thing I do before I start mocking up any kind of Android home screen setup is to get rid of the default Pixel launcher. It looks pretty good, but the at a glance and search widgets can't be removed. And if we want lots more customization, we need a custom launcher. I personally use Nova Launcher. It's been around forever and it's consistently the least buggy and most customizable launcher out there. I wanted to build a home screen that felt exciting and different, but was clean and minimal enough to look like an Android skin from like a new phone manufacturer. That's where the idea for the dock came in. It leverages the social media profile look and has much more functionality than a traditional 4 to 5 app dock. The profile image section has a little counter at the top to display how many system notifications I have, and tapping on that image actually expands the notification tray. There's also a clock and today's date built into the dock and 4 spots for apps. I have my phone and messages app down there, as well as 2 folders for my most frequently used apps. The first folder has my social media apps: Instagram, YouTube, Discord, and Twitter, although I have no idea how long that last one is going to stay there if it continues its descent into the depths of chaos. The second folder contains the other apps that I use on a daily basis: Google Drive for cloud storage, my Mini Cooper EV app, YouTube Studio for my video analytics, and Google Chrome for web browsing. The dock itself, like all of the widgets here, was built in the KWGT app. It's very similar to the Widget app if you watched my previous iPhone 14 home screen video, although this one has been around for a lot longer and you can do a lot more with it than you can with Widget. I'm not gonna go super in detail with how I built all these widgets because honestly, we'd be here all day. But if you want a great starting point, go ahead and pick up the Skyline KWGT pack and go from there. There are some awesome widgets in that pack that look great without having to fiddle with anything yourself. As for the icons, I'm using an icon pack called Flat Squircle. It's a funny name, I know. I bought this pack a long time ago and I keep coming back to it over and over. It's just a fun, clean, minimalist icon pack that looks great in a very colorful setup like this one. Flat Squircle has alternative folder icons too. Usually when you create a folder, it just looks like this, but you can easily just change the icon to one of their folders for a more cohesive look. The wallpaper also came from that Flat Squircle pack. If you open the app and then scroll through the available wallpapers, you'll find it pretty easily. I toyed around with making a custom wallpaper for this one too, since like 3,000 of you bought my last wallpaper pack. Seriously, thank you. But I realized that this setup really doesn't need much of a wallpaper at all to look great. In fact, it probably looks best with a wallpaper that has very little going on in it, like a simple gradient design like I've chosen here, so I ended up not bothering. Oh, before I continue with the setup, if you want to make the outside of your phone look just as great as your new home screen, check out the sponsor of this video, Rhino Shield. Rhino Shield makes some of the best phone cases on the market, and now during their Black Friday sales, they're giving you an extra 10% off with the discount code MARK-BF, in addition to the already 60% off that they're offering on all their products. You never know when you're gonna accidentally drop your phone, so keeping it protected in a nice, durable case like this one is always a good idea. This new solid suit case is grippier, it's more resistant to dirt and stains, it's easier to remove, and they've got hundreds of designs on their website for you to choose from. If none of those are your style, you can even customize and design your own. Rhino Shield also has their new grip lineup of products that just attaches to the back of your phone to give you even more drop prevention, and it doubles as a kickstand to watch your favorite videos. They've got cases for pretty much every phone these days. Xiaomi phones, Pixels, Samsungs, iPhones, and they've even got cases for Apple Watches and AirPods. Check out Rhino Shield via the link in the description below and use that discount code for an extra 10% off your order. All right, so the top widget in this setup is essentially a substitute for the default at-a-glance widget by Google. It's got the current weather, the battery percentage indicator, including the estimated time that the battery is gonna run out, and it also displays my next upcoming event. I've placed icons up here in such a way that makes it look like it's a part of the widget, but they're actually just app icons on top of that widget. I can open the weather app from here, or check on my battery health, or open my Google Calendar. None of these icons are the default for these apps. I've just kind of swapped them out for alternative ones to make it look like it fits the widget a little bit better. Having the time, date, battery percentage, and a notification indicator right here on the home screen means that I can actually just completely get rid of that system notification bar at the top of the screen for a much cleaner look. That's another thing that Nova Launcher can do, along with allowing widgets and icons to overlap on top of each other. You can also change the transition animation when you swipe between pages. Personally, I find most of these a little bit much, but I do like the way the simple animation adds just a little bit of a bounce when you swipe left or right. Just gives it a little bit more personality and energy, which is what we're going for. The second page of my setup is a rendition of a custom app drawer. I don't know about you guys, but there are some apps on my phone that I use weekly, some that I use monthly, and there's some that I might not even touch for a full year. The weekly and monthly ones, they go right here in this custom drawer. Having everything neatly organized on one page like this allows me to be able to quickly find the app I need without having to scroll through like 100 different apps that I almost never use. If there's something I need that's not on this 16 app page, I can just tap the search button to open up the drawer and type at the top to quickly find it. The best part about it is that all of these icons can be switched out very quickly, since these are just the app icons that are sitting on top of the KWGT widget. It took a little bit of work to get the home screen grid to line up with the widget, but after doing that, everything else was just smooth as butter. This widget also has a music player at the bottom. Tapping on it will open up YouTube Music, which is what I use, and I can either play, pause, or skip to the next song right from the widget instead of having to open up the app. I actually like this setup so much that I'm debating just not going back to my iPhone. Normally I switch back and forth throughout the year, but with how good the Pixel 7 Pro is this year, and conversely how kind of not impressive the iPhone 14 Pro is, I might not switch back. We'll see. If you guys want to see a more detailed video about how I build or modify these widgets with KWGT, let me know in the comments down below. Hope you liked the video, thanks for watching, and as always, have a great day.